What is going on, everyone? My name is Travis, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, tonight for the Golden State Warriors, their season comes to an abrupt end, getting blown out by the Los Angeles Lakers on the road, 122 to 101. Really tough. The Lakers started out really good in this game, got out to a 27 to 10 lead, 17-point lead early. The Warriors, they were able to climb back into this game. They got within 5 points, or I think it was 4 points, and the Lakers just kept answering right back. You give the Lakers a lot of credit, the way they made adjustments in the series. Anthony Davis had a big game today. LeBron James, he had a big game. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. So you tip your cap to the Lakers. You knew that this series was going to be very tough for the Warriors. The Warriors gave it everything that they had. And, it was great to see the Warriors push this series to a game 6 and try their best to climb back into this game. But just too much from the Lakers. Austin Reeves, this dude is unbelievable. He had 23 points in the game. Welcome in, everyone, to the Golden State Warriors post-game show. A tough one tonight. Tough to have your season end in this kind of a game where you get blown out. And really right from the get-go, the Warriors, they were not ready for this game. It was a tough start. And when you get down big like that, down 17 on the road, the Lakers had all the momentum, the energy from the crowd. So there was just a lot of challenges in this game and in this series. Davis was unbelievable. His size, getting rebounds, defensive rebounds, scoring in the paint. You saw how well the Lakers played in transition. That's when they're at their best. When you got James going, Reeves, you give credit to D'Angelo Russell. He was knocking down a lot of shots. Lonnie Walker, he had the heroic performance. I think it was game 4. So you tip your cap. The Lakers, they made a lot of additions at the trading deadline, turned their season around, and they go from a play-in team to now the Western Conference Finals. So you tip your cap. Congrats to the Lakers and their fans. You guys earned this one, and you're going on to the Western Conference Finals. So it should be a great series, taking on the Denver Nuggets. But for the Warriors, this is not how you wanted your season to end. Getting blown out on the road. Excuse me. How's everyone doing? What's going on? SG Sports Talk channel. I want to congratulate the Golden State Warriors on a great season, and they fought really hard. But unfortunately, they came up short and lost to the Lakers by a final score of 122 to 101. This is definitely going to sting a lot for me as a Warriors fan, and this loss will definitely hurt. I feel you, SG Sports Talk channel. I'm feeling it right now. Warriors are my second team, and as big a Bay Area sports fan as I am, I can't stand seeing Bay Area teams lose to LA, and the Lakers especially. Not a big fan of the Lakers, and tough when you lose against your rival like this, and I feel it. SG Sports Talk channel, but I think at this point, you really appreciate the kind of season the Warriors had. Many people said this team would not get to the playoffs, so you give the Warriors a lot of credit. People said they wouldn't get past the Kings, and the Sacramento Kings were a really great, young, hungry basketball team, and the Warriors found a way to come back in that series. But falling down 3-1 in this series, Warriors were able to get a big win in Game 5, and you were hoping that they could take that momentum into Game 6, but it was just too much from the Lakers. And Warriors have a lot of questions in the offseason. We'll see how this team is going to look. A lot of interesting moves that potentially will be made. And I think that this Warriors team can get back to this level and be able to get to the Western Conference Finals next season. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the Warriors do with Jordan Poole. I think that there's a possibility that he could be traded. He did sign a 4-year, $129 million extension. Poole was phenomenal in the regular season, but in the playoffs, you did not see him step up. Jordan Poole really struggled in these playoffs, and I just don't know what it was, but Poole was not himself in the playoffs, and you look at a couple games in this series for the Warriors. Stephen Curry doing it all. You needed to get contribution from other guys. DiVincenzo was great in this game. I mean, he was the one other Warrior other than Stephen Curry who put together a great game. 16 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, he was incredible out there. Looney did a great job rebounding, 18 rebounds, and had 9 points in the game. Draymond Green, solid game. So yeah, this was tough to have your season come to an abrupt end like this. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Golden State Warriors came into this game and they fell flat on their face, and this was an utter embarrassment for the defending NBA champions. I feel you, SG Sports Talk channel, and unfortunately, this is what this game was. It was very embarrassing, very frustrating. The Warriors had a couple of these games in this series, and it's hard to explain. I mean, how a team with this experience, the defending NBA champions, how that they can come into a couple of games in this series and, I mean, just literally lay a goose egg. The Warriors, they were not ready today. They did not come ready to play. Don't know if it was the pressure, or the moment got too big today. I don't think the moment got too big for the Warriors. I think the Lakers, they just showed up. And sometimes there's not a lot you can do. You tip your cap to the Lakers. They fought hard. They earned this win. And they're the ones advancing. And for the Warriors, I thought that they gave a great effort after what was a horrible start to the game. But the Warriors, they were able to fight back in this game after trailing 17. Warriors fight back in this game and get within 4-5 points. But the Lakers, they answered and responded with another run. And just tough. Really tough to lose like this. You really have an appreciation for what this Warriors team was able to accomplish this season. You look at the regular season, I mean, they went through so much adversity, losing players to injury. The Warriors, they were able to respond with resilience, bounce back, and in the playoffs, I mean, it was remarkable to come back in that series against the Sacramento Kings, which no one thought that they could do. And even this series, I mean, the Warriors, they had missed opportunities, had opportunities in this series, and to come up short, it's tough. Really tough, but you're excited about the moves that this Warriors team can make in the offseason, and that you can put yourself in great position to have an opportunity to get back to this stage next season. And I believe the Warriors will be able to get back to this stage and get to the Western Conference Finals next season. So right now, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at what moves this Warriors team are going to make in the offseason. And I think that the biggest question is going to be what they end up deciding to do with Jordan Poole. He had a phenomenal regular season. I mean, he was great in the regular season, but in the playoffs, just did not step up. Was not himself out there. And, Klay Thompson struggled in the series. So that was tough. And, I mean, these are guys that, you need to get contribution from. And, when Stephen Curry is essentially doing it all out there, and you're not getting help around him, it makes it very tough to win these games. And I mean, the Lakers have too much firepower. You got LeBron in transition doing what he's doing, and when he's making the pass, you've got Reeves, who is knocking down threes, D'Angelo Russell knocking down threes, Lonnie Walker knocking down shots. I mean, whoever the Lakers were giving the ball to, they were knocking down shots. They stepped up. Anthony Davis, I think he had over 20 rebounds in the game. Let's actually check on that. For Anthony Davis, he finished with 20 rebounds and 17 points. Austin Reeves had 23 points in the game. And so, I mean, Reeves is a special talent. He was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, if you're a Lakers fan, I mean, that dude is incredible. But tough if you're going against him. Really tough. What's going on? AM Echo Sky, good to see you in the house. How's it going? Hey, Travis, the Warriors have lost their momentum. The season's over, and I'm done watching the NBA playoffs. Don't care about it anymore. I feel you, AM Echo Sky. I was actually talking with my parents about that very same thing, that my interest in the NBA playoffs now is not up there like it was when the Warriors were still in, but I think it's really tough when you lose like this to your rival. I think it's really tough to see that team in the Lakers playing in the Western Conference Finals when you feel like that should be you in that situation. So I feel you, AM Echo Sky. This is a very tough loss, a tough day for Dub Nation, but I know that Dub Nation, they're going to respond with resilience. This Warriors team, they are going to come back next year with a vengeance and be able to get back to the stage and go deeper in the playoffs. So this is a great challenge for this Warriors team. How are they going to respond? And I mean, so many challenges this season. The Warriors overcame so much adversity this year. So you give them a lot of credit. They battled this season. I mean, many people thought that this Warriors team would not even make the playoffs. So to be in this position, to be a couple of wins away from reaching the Western Conference Finals, I mean, it was a remarkable year for the Golden State Warriors, coming up short in this series, and just tough. I mean, to lay a goose egg like this and just completely get blown out in the biggest stage, it's really, really tough. Very tough. So now, I mean, you look forward to next season. This Warriors team, it's going to be very exciting to see what moves they make in the offseason. And I believe this Warriors team can get back to this stage next year and get to the Western Conference Finals. Welcome in, everyone, to the Warriors post-game show. How's everyone doing? Don't want to go to work and tell my coworkers that the Warriors got blown out in Game 6. Don't know what to say. I feel you, SG Sports Talk channel, and I think I think if you're having friendly conversation with coworkers, I think I mean, I wouldn't take anything personal if people are talking down on the Warriors. I mean, people are gonna have their opinion, and Laker fans are, they're excited. I mean, they're excited. Congrats to them and the Lakers on advancing. And I think for Warrior fans, look, I mean they've won 4 championships in the last 9 seasons. So the Warriors have the bragging rights, in my opinion. But the Lakers, they'll enjoy this one, and we'll see how things go in the Western Conference Finals. Next season, Warriors will have to make their changes. We need to upgrade on our roster. Absolutely. It's going to be very interesting to see what moves the Warriors make. And in my opinion, I mean, I think that Jordan Poole is very likely to be traded. When I look at Jordan Poole, was great in the regular season, but did not show up in the playoffs. And I mean, a couple things to note on Jordan Poole. I feel like at times, Poole, I would say that his attitude wasn't always the best out there. You could see him visibly upset when he would get pulled out of the game, taken out to go to the bench. And so, I mean, Jordan Poole, he is still very young, 23 years old. But you really hope that for Jordan Poole, that he's going to mature, and if he stays with the Warriors, that he'll be able to turn it around. But at this point, I mean, I think that there is a likely chance of him being traded in the offseason, and so we'll see how things go. But most certainly, I think this Warriors team is going to be much improved going into next season. And I think this will be a great challenge for Bob Myers and the Warriors front office to put together a great roster for next season. I feel like when you look at how this season went, it was evident early in the year, the Warriors, they weren't getting a lot of bench production. And I think that you look at the championship they won last season, they got excellent play from their bench. And, losing Otto Porter Jr., that was tough to lose him. They had lost Gary Payton II for most of the season, and I thought that was such a huge trade at the deadline. I mean, if this Warriors team was going to go on a run in the playoffs, they were going to have to get it done defensively and on the defensive end. So I thought that pickup, getting Gary Payton II back, was incredible. And I'm excited to see what moves the Warriors can make. I'm not sure the contract status of Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I've heard the rumors of could Giannis maybe join the Warriors and Stephen Curry. I mean, that would be unbelievable. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Warriors make a big splash in free agency. Haven't looked at all the names of who is going to be available, but most certainly it's going to be fun to see what moves the Warriors make in the offseason and the adjustments that they make. Because I think that this core three, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, I mean, they still have a lot to give back. And I think that they can still compete for championships out there. So you bring in some help around you. And I think that this Warriors team can be in great position next year to go all the way. So that's what you look forward to. Obviously, in the moment right now, it's really tough. You lose this game, your season's over. And, I mean, it's the way that this game went. You got blown out of the water in this game. So very tough. But, it's not what happens to you. It's how you respond to it. And for the Warriors, how they respond this offseason and going into next season, it's going to be very interesting to see how this team is going to look. Hope the Lakers better be falling apart in the playoffs. I'm with you, AM Echo Sky. Beat LA. Good luck to the Denver Nuggets, and best of luck to the Lakers. It should be a great series. Beat LA. Tough way for the Warriors for their season to come to an end. But the Warriors battled through adversity, They had an incredible season, and I mean, nobody thought that they could get this far and get to the playoffs. And so I give a lot of credit to the Warriors. They fought hard this season when things weren't going well. They continued to battle out there. I mean, I think the Warriors probably led the NBA for most toughest losses on the year. There were so many close games the Warriors lost, and it's tough. Tough to have your season end like this against your rival in the LA Lakers, and now you just gotta respond. How do you respond next season? And will this Warriors team make some great moves this offseason to put them in great position to get back to the stage and to get to the Western Conference Finals? So overall, I mean, you look at this season, I think that with the team that was constructed, I give the Warriors a lot of credit. I mean, there were a lot of ups and downs, battled through adversity, and so you're really proud of this Warriors team to get as far as they did, to get past the Sacramento Kings in the first round. One of the most exciting playoff series that we have ever seen. I mean, Warriors and Kings. So you saw a lot of exciting basketball, and this Warriors team. It's still a great team, and they can still compete for championships. So that's what's exciting, is that this loss, it's not the end of the Warriors dynasty. The Warriors dynasty is still going on, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're sitting here next year talking about the Warriors making it to the Western Conference Finals. So unfortunately tonight, Warriors get blown out by the Lakers, 122 to 101. Lakers, I mean, they took over this game. They had control of this game right from the get-go. They came ready to play. The Warriors, I don't know what it was, but they did not show up for this game early. They fell behind big early, and that makes it very tough. When you're down 17 points, having to come back from that deficit on the road in that environment with the energy from the crowd makes it very tough. And you give credit, the Warriors fought back in this game. They got within 5 points, so it was exciting. But the Lakers, they answered every Warriors run, and you tip your cap. Congrats to the Lakers and their fans advancing to the Western Conference Finals to take on the number 1 seed Denver Nuggets. Best of luck to both teams in that series. But beat LA. This loss really enraged me, and this made me furious. I'm so mad I can't even tell you how I feel right now. I feel you, SG Sports Talk channel. I think in these moments, I think taking a deep breath and, have self-reflecting on, what an incredible season it was for the Warriors. Obviously, really frustrating right now. I mean, to lose to this Lakers team in the playoffs. I mean, I can't stand the Lakers, and to see the Warriors lose to the Lakers in the playoffs, that's very tough. Very tough. But it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. So this Golden State Warriors team, they got a great challenge. How are they going to respond next season? What moves are they going to make in the offseason? That's going to be very interesting. Welcome in, everyone. What's going on? K4 808. How's it going? Congrats to the Lakers. They are the better team. Congrats to the Lakers. They were the better team in this series. You give them a lot of credit. I mean, Austin Reeves, what a special talent. I mean, that dude is unbelievable. Plays very hard out there. You had the heroic Lonnie Walker game. I think it was game 4. D'Angelo Russell, I mean, he was clutch, knocking down a lot of shots, the former Warrior. And Anthony Davis, I mean, he was unbelievable in the series. Rebounding, he made such a big impact. And today had 20 rebounds in the game. I think with 17 points. So you tip your cap to the Lakers. They fought very hard, played very hard in this series. They made great adjustments. LeBron was unbelievable today. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. This was an exciting series. It was very intense. Went back and forth. You had a few blowouts in the series, but you had a few very close games. And I think for the Warriors, I mean, it was really tough when they lost Game 4 by 3 points, because that game, you felt like you had it in the bag. You played well enough to win, but just couldn't execute in the final 2 minutes of that game. The Warriors are able to bounce back with a big Game 5 win, but come up short in Game 6 and get blown out. So it's very tough. Tough to have your season end like this, but it's not what happens to you. It's how you respond to it. And for this Warriors team, how are they going to respond in the offseason? They've got to make some moves to improve this roster, and I think it's going to be really fun to watch what moves the Warriors make. I think they can get back to this stage next year and get to the Western Conference Finals. So you're really proud of this Warriors team, all of the adversity that they battled through this season, what they overcame this year. And so I think this was a very successful season, even though right now, I mean, it feels, you have emptiness in your heart after losing like this, getting blown out on the road against your rival. So this was very tough. But Dub Nation is going to bounce back. Warriors will be back next year. So, the good news now is that we're moving forward to next year. This loss is behind us. This series is behind us. You appreciate the great moments the Warriors had this season. I mean, this was a memorable season. A lot of exciting moments. So you won't forget, and you're excited to get back to this position next season and hopefully be able to get past the Western Conference semifinals. But you think back to a few years ago when the Warriors lost a couple playing games and got eliminated by the Grizzlies. That was really tough. And you saw how the Warriors responded. They followed that up the next season with a championship. So you've seen this Warriors team overcome adversity. After they lost the NBA Finals in 2016, they came right back and won back-to-back championships in 2017, in 2018. I mean, that was unbelievable. So this Warriors team, they can get back to this stage next year, and I'm excited to see what moves the Warriors make this offseason. Can't wait to see. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat. If you happen to have any ideas about who you think the Warriors should target in free agency or via trade, what areas do you think they need to improve on? Love to get your thoughts. I think this Warriors team, they've got a lot of talent. They've still got their core three: Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I mean, this core group can still compete and contend for NBA championships. And so I think if you bring in, make some great moves this offseason, I think this Warriors team can get back to the stage and be a stronger team next year. So I can't wait for it. This is a great challenge, how this Warriors team is going to respond, and can't wait to see what they do. So welcome in, everyone. How's it going, Daniel? We'll see. Really exciting times right now for the Laker fans. But we'll see how the Western Conference Finals goes. And some early predictions on that series. Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean, for my predictions on that series, I mean, I hate to say it, but I do think the Lakers will win against the Nuggets in that series. I want the Nuggets to win, but I think the Lakers will win. I'm predicting. I think that series. I think it goes to Game 7. So I think Lakers will pull it out. I mean, well, Nuggets would have home field if it goes to Game 7. So I think Lakers will win in 6. I just think, I mean, with the momentum they've got going, Austin Reeves playing unbelievable. You got Lonnie Walker stepping up. You've got a lot of guys stepping up. So, I mean, as much as I want to see the Lakers lose, I think they will make it to the finals, but we'll see how it plays out. Hope the Nuggets win. I'm with you, SG Sports Talk channel. Hope the Nuggets win that series. Best of luck to both teams. Poole really needs to go. Appreciate the comments, and I agree with you. K4 808. I think Jordan Poole needs to go. That's my opinion as well. I mean, to me, I think his character. I mean, he has good character at times, but at other times, I think you see the immaturity from Jordan Poole. His body language is not the best, and so I think he needs to make adjustments. Because I think you look at the facial expressions he has made. If when he gets subbed out of the game, his visible frustration after a tough loss. His unwillingness to talk to the media. I mean, I think after one of the games, he had his back to the media when he was talking to them. So there's just certain things that, I mean, these things you notice with a young player, and you hope that, good coaching can turn that around for Jordan Poole, but it has just not looked like that. And I don't know if it's because when he got his bag, 4 year, $128 million extension. Poole was great in the regular season, but was just absolutely non-existent in the playoffs. Didn't show up in the first round against the Kings. I mean, had a great game in Game 1 of this series with 21 points in 6 made threes, but was just non-existent for the most part. Non-existent in the series. Today he had 7 points and 4 assists. I think those points coming in the second half, but Poole was scoreless in the first half and had 4 fouls. So I think that for Jordan Poole, I mean, you appreciate the energy that he has been able to bring at times, and he's an athletic player. But I do think that Jordan Poole, I think we saw him play his last game as a Warrior today. I don't think he'll be back next year. I think the Warriors will look to trade him, and in my opinion, I think that is best for this team. I'm rooting for Jordan Poole. I want to see him do good, but the body language and just the mindset that he has carried out there, it's just not cutting it. I mean, this is not the championship mindset that we've seen with this Warriors team from Jordan Poole. So that'll be interesting. I mean, probably one of the one of those. Let's get to some comments. Please be respectful in the chat. Jokic all the way. Jokic, man, unbelievable talent. Please be respectful in the chat. Please be respectful. No need to be going at each other. It's all love here. I mean, we're enjoying this great game of basketball, breaking this game down. Warriors and Lakers, 2 rivals going at it. So, of course, I mean, I know that the tension is very hot right now. But, you tip your cap to the Lakers. They had a heck of a series. again, please be respectful in the chat. I do not tolerate any. There is no. I do not tolerate any bashing of anyone here. Please be respectful of everyone. That's all I ask. Do you think Draymond is on his way out? Great question. I don't think he's on his way out. I think he'll be back. I think the Warriors will work out a deal to bring him back. I think his contract's up. I'm not sure what his contract looks like. But I think Green will be back. Jordan Poole, I don't think will be back. We'll see what moves end up happening. So we are going to be getting to our picks of the game. So would love to hear who you're taking as the pick of the game. If you haven't already shared your player of the game. And for my player of the game, I'm taking Stephen Curry. Unbelievable game. I mean, he was unbelievable in this series. And the legend, the greatness of Stephen Curry continues. I mean, no matter what, on the biggest stage, you can always count on Stephen Curry to come through for you in a big way. Scoring 32 points tonight, 4 of 14 from 3, had 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Unbelievable performance. And you really appreciate, the greatness of Stephen Curry, the hard work that he puts in and continues to work on his game. The hard work he has put in the gym. You see it in the rebounds that he is getting. So you love the fact that Curry continues to challenge himself to improve his game and other elements of his game. And in this case, seeing that in the rebounding department, he has put on a lot of muscle. And I just love that. Because you see some of these guys who, they are a bit skinny, and you're thinking they could put some muscle on and that will, help improve their game. It's unbelievable. What Curry has been able to do, what an amazing career he has had, the hard work he has put in, and you see it, the hard work he has put in the gym and the muscle that he has put on. So that's just been amazing. Welcome in everyone to the Warriors post-game show. Appreciate everyone checking in. Wish we were breaking down a win and talking about another game coming up. But the Warriors are moving on to next season. A lot of moves to be made. Should be very interesting to see what moves the Warriors make. So my player of the game, Stephen Curry. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you to all the Golden State Warrior fans and to everyone out there and to all of Dub Nation. It's been an unbelievable season. It's been a lot of fun this year breaking it down for Warriors post-game shows. We've seen a lot of exciting moments this season. So what a ride it was. A lot of memorable moments. Unfortunate when you come up short. But Warriors fought very hard and had an unbelievable year. So really proud of this Warriors team. And thank you again to everyone. This has been so much fun. And I can't tell you how much I'm so thankful to the community out there. You guys have been incredible this year. Win or lose, you have showed up. And I appreciate that so much. And let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm. And let's smash the like button. Thank you so much for your incredible support. I see your comments, your likes, and your engagement. And I want to say thank you so much. This feedback really helps out the growth of the channel. All it takes, just half a second of your time to hit that like button. And this feedback lets YouTube know that this video is relevant. So then YouTube knows to recommend this video to as many Golden State Warriors fans and basketball fans out there. So thank you everyone so much. I see your efforts and I appreciate that so much. Um, we'll see, Daniel. We'll see how it goes. Please don't spam the chat. Appreciate everyone checking in. What an unbelievable year for the Golden State Warriors. Just unfortunate that they come up just short. But it's what a year it was. You're really proud of this Warriors team. They battled through adversity, overcame a lot to even be in this position. And so now let's see how the Warriors respond. And it's not what happens to you, but it's how you respond to it. So this will be a great challenge going into the offseason to see what moves the Warriors make to improve this team, improve this roster. And I can't wait to see it. And I think the Warriors can get back to this position next year and win the championship next year. So that's the goal. The Warriors can do it. They've got the mindset. They've got the hard work, the work ethic. And this core three, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, they've got a lot of great basketball left in them, and they can still compete for championships. And I can't wait to see what they do next year, and especially how they respond after this very rough loss to have your season end in the playoffs. So shout out to everyone. Appreciate all the support, Warriors fans and everyone out there. It's been an unbelievable season. Had so much fun doing these Warriors post-game shows, and I'm really excited to be looking forward to doing a lot more Warriors post-game shows. So this year I wasn't able to do as many regular season post-game shows as I would have liked to, but it is definitely my goal next year. We'll be here breaking it down as many games as I can. So I can't wait to be back here next year breaking it all down. Thank you again to everyone for making this so much fun this year. And just wish that the season still would have been going here. But you're proud of this Warriors team, what they were able to accomplish this year. So let's look forward to next year. Appreciate the memorable moments the Warriors had this season. You're proud of this Warriors team and confident that they can bounce back next year and compete for a championship and be able to get past the Western Conference semifinals next year. So let's see what happens. Please in the chat, be respectful to each other. I don't appreciate the negative comments. Daniel, should please be respectful in the chat. I understand that you're very excited about the Lakers win, but please be respectful of others. And so thank you again, everyone, for an amazing season. Excited to be back next year. What a year it was. What a memorable season. And thank you to everyone out there. Appreciate the support. If you enjoy these Warriors post-game shows, let's make some noise for that YouTube algorithm and smash up the like button. Thank you so much for your incredible support. And if you enjoy these Warriors post-game shows, we'll be here next season breaking it all down. So if that sounds good to you, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you again, everyone. It was an unbelievable year. Had so much fun with everyone breaking it down on Warriors post-game shows. Appreciate the support. And we'll see you next season, Dub Nation. Take care. Have a great one. Don't take this loss too personal. I know it hurts. But, move forward. Have short-term memory loss. Forget about this game. Warriors moving forward, and they're excited to get back at it next year. And I can't wait to see what moves they make in the offseason. I believe this Warriors team can get back to this stage next year and make it to the Western Conference Finals. So what a year it was. Congrats again to the Lakers and their fans on advancing to the Western Conference Finals to take on the Denver Nuggets. So that's going to be a very interesting series. We'll see how it plays out. Please be respectful in the chat. Daniel, I do not appreciate the negative comments. Thank you again, everyone. Sorry about that, SG Sports Talk channel. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry that other Laker fans are coming in here and gloating and look, they won, but I don't think that means that you can come in here and bash other people. I will not tolerate that here. So yeah, if you're gonna be not respectful of others in the chat, I will have to put you on a timeout in the chat. So again, please, to everyone out there, please be respectful. Sorry about that, SG Sports Talk channel. Appreciate you and appreciate everyone. What a year it's been. Unbelievable season. So thank you again, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you next year. Go Warriors.